right, ladies and gentlemen. We have I only got an hour here, so um, you get casual with me tonight. All right. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and just add the things that we've been that our prototype uses to our build file and build it like that. And that should let us build and see if we actually get an import. Yeah. So the goal is to actually get some sort of import. And then tomorrow we'll clean up our import code because it's a mess. Note that we aren't necessarily aiming for a accurate import today. Although if it resembled a level, I would be happy. As a question, can I just... Yep. Let's go ahead and enter here. Yep. Much better. Much more visible. Like so. All right, successful build. Let's go ahead and run. Let's close that one and that one. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, it's fine. No numbers after our library file, so it'll load correctly. Lovely. What does it mean by online subsystem? Yeah. Probably not what I'm thinking. Do think we might be using Slate, so I will have to look into that. UE5 Slate UI. Slate is a custom and platform agnostic user interface that is designed to making user interface tools such as Unreal for tools and applications such as Unreal, in-game user interfaces. It's designed to make them fun and efficient. I always side-eye the people that call UI development fun. It's okay. Combines decorative syntax with ability to easily design, layout, and style components for creating and iterating on UIs. So, declarative syntax. Okay. Seriously? I really don't like that. This is not a good convention, Unreal. Right? To have to put all of your strings inside of a text thing, that's not a good convention. Have a thing that will automatically convert that for me, because that's really hard to read. Also, why is it a string? Like, on one hand, I kind of get it, because making a selector here would be difficult. But a lot of this stuff is like, this should be a selector, not a string. An enum, basically. Or struct. Same, like, even this should be some sort of generated selector. We shouldn't be passing strings around like this. Just makes things harder to read and more error prone. All right, so content drawer, D1 importer. I think we can just run this. Well, that's not a good sign. Really not a good sign. Okay. So we to zoom in? No. It looks like line 67. That's where it crashed on. Let's take a look. Line 67, none of this. This. Line 67. Okay, did not like that convert from raw mesh very well. Mine mesh description, material map. Why didn't it like it? Assertion failed. Index greater than 0 and index less than random. Okay, array, index out of bounds of array. At line 916, static mesh operations, which I'm probably going to go to because this is really hard to read. (960) int material index face material indices triangle index. We didn't assign any material indices. We were hoping that we didn't need to. So let's go ahead and close these. That's probably in the process of closing. And pull up some reference here. Oh, perfect. I figured out that was wrong. So wedge indices dot add, wedge texture coordinates dot add, wedge z dot add, and face material indices dot add. Okay. So we need one of these. Oh, wrong file. Okay. Like so. And then ideally, what we'd want to do is also add define normals for each vertex of the triangle. Okay, we haven't calculated the normals yet, so let's get that in a second. Whoops. Whoops. These don't go here. This is a vertex normal, not a face normal. Wait, what? Okay. I'd read this as wedge tangent 2, and then I reread it as wedge tangent z, and I was confused. All right. And finally, texture coordinates. Define texture coordinates for each vertex of the triangle. I actually think we've already calculated those, so that can be done fairly easily. I'm thinking about it, I'm not certain how easy that is. Okay, so we got the vertex positions, the face material indices, and texture coordinates. The texture coordinates are supposed to be per vertex, though. But here they're per face. I wonder if we ever use L. The Sen defines UVL. I don't know if we... or yeah, UVL. I don't know if it's ever used. Or where it's used. Vector 2 doesn't exist. What does it want here? It wants a float vector. Okay. It does not make any sense to define. What? Wedge text chords. It's a wedge. Shouldn't there only be two of these? What? Okay. Wedge texture coordinate 0 dot add. Wedge ID. Wedge ID. Wedge ID. Wedge ID. Vertex ID. This is wedge ID, and it's wedge tangent. Sorry. I meant to say vertex. I think it's very confused. I'm pretty sure that both texture chords and well, no, that makes no sense at all. Texture chord, so tangent can absolutely be the tangent to the wedge. That's no problem. The problem is index of the vertex at this wedge. The problem is the texture coordinates. UV doesn't make sense for a face. It makes sense for a vertex. For each vertex of the triangles. Wedge indices dot add. Okay, I think I understand now. So we want to do this. and this. Probably. And then we want to do the same thing for the tangents, I think. Could be crazy, but this was what makes sense to me. Okay, this description. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Normal for vertex 0 of triangle 1, or vertex 1 of triangle 1, right? Even though that, like, vertex, I think it's 0 and 1 are the same vertice. No. Oh, yeah. Yeah, even though these are shared vertices, we're defining them again because we're defining them for our wedge indices, not our vertex positions. And wedge indices does mean the vertices of the wedges, not the wedges themselves. Which makes me interested in that one. I will be right back for that. And this clearly needs to be pulled out into its own function because, wow. Okay, and then I want to check up on these guys. Which should come last, just for organization purposes. Face material indices. This is by face ID, not wedge indice. Makes sense. All right. So now we just need to actually figure out what these are supposed to be instead of adding random texture coordinates. Now, if I recall correctly, our UVs are stored in fixed points. Yeah. So fixed to float. Wait, what? UVL's 4. Okay. Right. Oops. Wait, why doesn't it let me do that? Because it does turn into a dot. This goes to V. We got an extra one in there? Yeah. So let's go ahead and copy this. Paste it and delete all this comments. And then this is going to be 1 and 1, and then 2 matching from up here, and 2. And then same for these guys here. So we're going to be doing 0, 0, then 2, and then 3. Three, like so. All right, so we got our texture coordinates. Now we need our normals. And we could leave them like that. It would give it would give us something interesting for sure. I specifically didn't want to compute the normals for simplicity when I was importing this. Yeah, go to... I want to see where it's... What? Where is this defined? Now I'm looking at it. Where... What does it even do? VM vec normal is a return. Vertices 1, 2, 3. Okay. What am I looking for again? VM vec normal? So we're just going through a lot of stuff in here? Yeah. And we're back to the beginning. That's incredibly annoying. Neither of these is what I'm looking for, people. UE5 compute normal from 3 vertices. Huh? Doesn't this... What? Okay. Sure. That works. Okay. So the answer is no, but you'll happily code it for me. Great. But this isn't face normal. This is triangle normal. What the? I suppose we just give them all the same normal, don't we? Yeah. Yep. Silly me. No smooth shading here. We'll get to that in a second. Equal factor normal equals calculate triangle normal, and then we want to do oops. Oh, shoot. What did I miss? This doesn't exist. I'm certain I created this. So we're supposed to be using a V15 segment. Let's make sure I'm using the right one. Oh, no, it's right there. I'm blind. They're IDs. This is not it. Yes, it is. Oh. Oh, okay. So, like so. What's wrong with you? What are you talking about not used? Ah. No. What? What's wrong with you? Why? Did you expect that? What am I missing? What? Okay. It's a little silly to me, but sure. Whoa, what did I just do? This is semicolon, that's what I did. Okay. And then we of course set these to normal. Alright, we're going to copy this whole thing and drop it off down here. Get rid of some comments here. Oh shoot, what I just, okay. Whoops. It's not 012, it's 023. Okay, just like that, we have something resembling all the data we need. I hope. Now we're adding 0 on our material index, but if I recall correctly, we created a material index or material map with only one slot, so that's fine for now. That probably will change later and dramatically. Okay. Oh, what did I just do? I missed the semicolon again. Yep. Derp. All right. Let's see if we can't crash Unreal again. How sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see so clearly. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Alrighty then. Assertion failed face smoothing masks is valid index. I don't recall seeing any. Oh, there it is. I don't know what to put in there. I know how to use it, but I don't know what to put in there. Right, so it goes, or rather I know where it goes, but I don't know how to use it is a better way to put it. It goes, right, where to put it? Down here. It goes right next to the face material indices. Let's give this an extra line. So this would be, let's say face smoothing masks. I have no clue. what that is. So let's go ahead and see. Okay, so I can just do 0. That works. So this is a situation where I really miss Rust type system because it would have already yelled at me for this. Okay. It would have yelled at me at compile time. I wouldn't have to build the whole thing and then run into it at runtime. Okay, define 0 means sharp edges, and non-zero values indicate smoothing groups. Okay, that makes sense. So we can say, yeah, that makes sense. So adding 0 is exactly what we want here because none of the sense levels have smooth normal stuff. It's all sharp. So let's go ahead and build this again and try that one more time. Well, I say one more time. It's probably going to be more than one time. Alrighty then. Building. Okay. So basically, my thought here is if instead of if I'm having to revert to mesh description anyway, instead of using a raw mesh, I can use a mesh description. And so, yeah, we'll see how that goes during the cleanup process. No crash. That's a start. That's a big start. We can close that. Close that. Open up our content drawer. D1 assets. Nothing there. Nothing there either. So it ran, but it doesn't look like it worked. Not a child of an existing mount point. That's good to know. Okay. Nothing else. Crazy thought. No. Everyone's unhappy with me. What's happening? Okay. Oh, that's not what that means. I don't know where it went. Oh, wait. No. That had a notification on the other screen, but that wasn't it either. Hmm. So it complains about this, but it doesn't appear to have made the asset. And I don't know why. Let's see here. Scroll up. Convert from raw mesh, mesh description, commit mesh description, asset created, static mesh. So we create package. Static mesh equals new static mesh. Is it just me or do we not never save this? No. Um, Thought I saw something else somewhere. Um, Create new static mesh, blah, blah, blah. We already did all that. Okay, sure. Okay, let's start with this one. Yep. Okay. And then we want this stuff. You likely need some sort of constructor. No? It just thinks it's headers? Okay. Let's go take a look. Yeah, it's fine with that now. I don't think it's unused. Okay. Are you going to build or not? What's going on? Target is not up to date. Oh. It's starting. Hot reload. Got it. Okay. That's unfortunate. Here we go. Path does not map to any routes. and that resulted in a fatal error. I'm not actually complaining about that. That's fine. So I'm supposed. Well, let's close this. So it looks like I'm supposed to. Something like that. No, the AI told me something, but I thought I was supposed to replace things. Mm. Huh? Ah, I hate this thing sometimes. You know, things should just go straight in there. No content specifier at all. I guess we'll find out. Okay. All right, this is gonna. Well, let's see here. Yeah, this is gonna be my last run attempt for tonight because I got places I need to be. Yes, at 10 p.m. I have places I need to be. It's very annoying. Way past my bedtime. 10 p.m. isn't past my bedtime, but I need to be at those places for 2 hours, so becomes way past my bedtime rather quick. Let's give it a run. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put me back together again. Da, 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 da. I don't actually know that song very well, so I'm gonna stop singing it before I embarrass myself. Excuse me. Okay, no initialization on some of my properties. That's interesting. Fortunately, they don't matter that much. Those, I think, will be going away eventually. We'll just be getting out a series of assets from that import function. No strings. Yep. So go away, please. Thank you. Ah, stop dragging the whole window. That was odd looking. Oh. Are you seeing this? Are you guys seeing this? That looks like a descent level. It doesn't look like the right size, but that looks like a descent level. Also maybe not the right orientation. Also all of our normals are backwards, but that's okay. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, wrong orientation. This is the spawn of the level right here. To place it 0, 0. That makes sense. So it's Z up instead of, yeah. So we need to change the orientation. But would you look at that? We have the makings of our descent level. Wrong orientation. Oh, okay. So there's the spawn and there's the exit. The exit is unblocked. That's really interesting. Okay. Oh, wow. That is so exciting. So the other thing that we're going to end up doing is to enable nanite support here. And this will do some automatic occlusion for us, which will be nice. Per triangle self-occlusion. So that'll help with performance. Not that this object is going to be is going to perform badly, but that will also enable micro displacement materials. So when we actually populate these material slots correctly with all the descent materials, and then also have modding support. So it'll first look in the assets for the mods, and then it'll look in the assets for descent, basically for the assets for the enabled mods and then assets for descent. So you can mod in materials with that are displaced. So you can add geometry from the material, just from a texture, a height map texture. And I think that will work really, really well with Descent 1 levels and Descent 2 levels. Descent 3 levels, kind of their own thing. That won't work super well. It'll work well in the terrain, but nowhere else. And so, yeah, this should work really well. Look at all those triangles. Gorgeous. So if I go into here, wow. So yeah, it's too small. I don't think I can get in there. And it really doesn't display well because all the backface culling, because all our normals are backwards. So we'll have to reverse all that. Yeah. All right. I think that is a wonderful place to end it. Like, look at that. Descent 1, level 1, geometry import. Initial geometry import. I am so happy to see we are on the right track with that. Yeah, okay, cool. So I will be streaming tomorrow. I will see you all then. Thank you for coming. I wish it would tell me when chats happened, because I do not, I'm really bad at checking chat. So for BearTX, I am trying to create a descent engine that will load descent 1, 2, and 3 levels in the same place. So you can set up all your inputs once, and all of the physics and networking is kind of handled by the same thing, and consistent across all the descent engines. Now, obviously, you have different ships for each descent. Descent 1 has a different ship model than descent 2, and descent 3 has 3 different ship models that have different accelerations and stuff. But basically, by combining all that, it'll be easier to mod and easier to play and available on multiple areas and easier to improve. So yeah. See y'all tomorrow.